G'day everyone, I'm Hamish Watson. I'm a Director at Large on the PASS board. Welcome to today's session with Steve Jones from Redgate. Thanks Steve for coming along, mate. How's it
It's
going?
my pleasure. It's good to see you, Hamish. It's been too long, and I'm happy to be here.
Oh, that's awesome, mate. And it's really good to see you too. And honestly, I can't wait till we can actually do this stuff in person. Anyway, it
Agreed.
is.
Agreed.
Alrighty. Hey Steve, again, thanks for coming along today and having a chat. Tell us a little bit about yourself and also Redgate.
Sure. So I'm Steve Jones, as Hamish said. I run SQL Server Central, which I think is where a lot of people know me from. That I founded that site with a few partners nearly 20 years ago. It's kind of amazing. It's been that long. But I ran that site for a number of years while I was a DBA and a developer in different companies, along with my partners, Andy Warren and Brian Knight. And then eventually, Redgate decided to purchase SQL Server Central and all of our assets. So I went to work for them. And at Redgate, I'm an advocate now where I talk to lots of customers. I talk to lots of people in the community still. I do talk about Redgate products where we primarily try to build tools to help you do database development. So we have development type tools. We have some monitoring administrative type tools as well. And so I work with lots of customers and I work with lots of people. And then I still do run SQL Server Central where I'm trying to help everybody become a better data professional every day.
Actually, SQL Server Central has probably helped me so much during my career. There's some awesome people who write there. I also write there. I don't know that I'd call myself awesome, but yeah, it is a
You're pretty
wonderful
good, Hamish.
place.
Yeah,
We're
thank you.
gonna,
Thank you. I'm glad that I've been able to help you and other people. I'm glad you give
oh,
back, right? That's part of why we're here, that we give
yeah,
back to the community.
absolutely. Look, Steve, COVID-19's hit the world pretty bad. What are, how is how's Redgate been impacted by COVID-19? And also, what are sort of the main topics that have been coming up in your conversations this year with people?
It's kind of amazing. The founder and owner of Redgate, Simon Galbraith, he actually kind of saw this early in February as a problem. At the time, China was certainly having issues. Italy was starting to have issues, and he thought this would be a large worldwide problem. Now, I don't think any of us expected it to go on this long because we're now, 8, 9 months in or something. But in
Yep.
February, we actually started sending teams home to work at home, like for a day. And so a whole team would go at home and they would learn how to do stand-ups, commit code, make sure VPN works, all of the stuff that we do as technical professionals. And so then when the UK actually locked down in, I think, late February or early March, we were actually fairly well prepared. We have a great IT staff. And so things worked out pretty well. Shortly thereafter, I'm at home. A few of my colleagues, Grant, Kendra, Kathy, are at home, but all of our sales offices in the U.S. started sending people home and closing down. And what we've really found is because we've been a global company that has multiple offices and we've had to communicate virtually for a long time, this wasn't too bad. I think we had about 2 or 3 weeks of very quiet communication while everybody was trying to get settled, find a desk or a table or someplace to work, sort out childcare and other things. But within a few weeks, we started to get back to normal. And I think what we've seen over the last 6 months is that we tend to do a lot more handholding with our customers because they are struggling to make that transition where we're all remote. A lot of the DevOps principles, right? Hamish, you talk about this a lot. I believe in it highly. All those principles of automation, right, communication, we are doing a lot of handholding with customers to help them do that. Of course, sales and things have been struggling, right? Budgets are down. We've seen that all around the world, and so it's been an interesting time. I think Redgate is coming through this okay, but we have no end in sight. So we're all just crossing our fingers and hoping that we will get back to something that we expect next year. I hate to say normal or new normal, but something that's more familiar to us next year.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm doing this from my new home office. I had to do the same, right? And now
Yeah.
all my work is remote. It's crazy. Hey, look, what are you looking forward to the most from, this virtual summit that PASS is now doing this year?
Boy, I'm so looking forward to seeing how we can engage with each other and network because, I've been to most of the summits across the last 20 years, and the valuable thing has always been these conversations, right? That we can sit and have a conversation, and we can meet somebody new or meet somebody that we've talked to online, and we've read an article by them or something else. And so I'm hoping that we find a good way to create some of that engagement and some of that connection that I think many of us are missing, right? Like you, I travel all around and I speak at a lot of different events, and those are the high points for me all the time. And so I'm looking forward to trying to find ways that we can continue to engage back with each other again. And of course, there's plenty of great content, right? There always is at the summit. So there'll be good sessions. I don't have the pressure to go see too many this year because we have access for a year now, right? So we can spend some more time on other things this year.
Yeah, I think that's a great aspect of it, actually. Alrighty. Um, you know, Sponsors had booths back when we did this virtually, physically. And it was really awesome, going along to the booth, catching up, asking those questions. What can visitors expect when they come along to the virtual booth for Redgate?
I think there's a lot of similar things. We're going to have lots of demos set up to run. We'll have people available that can still answer questions and walk you through how some of the solutions work, show you some ideas, right? A lot of a demo is an inspiration for how you might implement this in your environment. And so we've got people there. We've been practicing at some of the events this summer where our staff, our sales engineers, myself, Grant, Kendrick, Kathy, have been involved. And so we're hoping that we give you an experience that's still valuable to both you and us at the virtual booth.
Nice. Well, Steve, thank you so much for spending some time having a chat. Like I say, can't wait to see you in person, my friend. So yeah, thank you, Redgate, again for your support to PASS. And yeah, thanks everyone.
You're welcome. Thank you again. And hope to see everybody at the summit.
Cheers.
Cheers.